in the solo era, we have only had 2 world champions over 4 years. 2 times Mugi, 2 times Mohamed Light. And I'm very curious to see if here in our 5th year of solo CRL, if we will actually have a 3rd world champion, or if it will just stay between these 2 guys.
Yeah, I feel like you have to assume there's going to be a new guy coming in sometime soon, but these 2 players, they are just so talented, and they're talented at different parts. We have Mohamed Light, who's obviously just absolutely incredible, knows every single sort of interaction you could possibly know. But then Mugi's kind of claim to fame is that like the world stage, that's where he wants to be at. He's more comfortable at the world stage than he is in his own bedroom. It's just crazy how these 2 players have such locks on the field.
Well, getting a little comfortable right now is Mugi, maybe a bit too comfortable as he allows that connection. Ardentoas grabbing the lead, 26-22 to 24-84. And I have a feeling, Josh, that we're going to see a lot of this quick cycle RG.
Yeah, both the RG and the drill. It's just 2 constants within the meta when it comes to pro players. They love these type of decks. And right here, this is going to be big damage. Evo Snowball being forced out from Mugi, but that's still going to be a shot. And an Evo away from Mugi, a great push for Ardentoas.
These 2 players did meet on the live stage at Clash Royale League World Finals in 2022 or 2023 after Arden beat Sosa and got the win over Adriel. They met in the upper bracket quarterfinals. Mugi took a clean 2-0 sweep, knocking Arden down to the lower bracket where he got wins over Wallace and then eventually fell to Ruben in our top 8. Mugi, of course, that season went on to beat Air Surfer and then take a loss to Pedro and then fight his way back to win that championship. So Mugi loves to be at a stage in Clash Royale League where he's facing Ardentoas.
Yeah. And right there, Evo Firecracker placed at the bridge, and this is going to be a pretty healthy push. The Evo Snowball, or the Evo Tesla plus the Snowball, it's not going to be enough so far, and with the help of the Bar Barrel, this RG is going to get onto tower, and Mugi is struggling right now. This could be it. The Bar plus the RG plus the Lightning, game 1 going to Ardentoas. Beautiful.
And just put all of that together to run right by Mugi there at the end. And I don't know what Arden is saying. I think maybe he's streaming at the same time as all of this. But maybe he looks like he has a bit of a...
lot of players would have gone the Earthquake on the same side because it just kind of makes sense right there, recognizing I can get a lot of chip damage on top of the tower and the troops. All I need to do is go the Hog opposite lane, and there we go. We saw a lot of chip damage coming in from him, and this time the Earthquake is going to be on the same side as the Hog, and this is a massive push. A huge mistake coming in from Arden.
Wow, and 16-20 left on the right-hand side now after Hog, EQ, and the Evo Firecracker all connect. What did Arden do wrong there?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. There's obviously, we're seeing him defend kind of the exact same way every single time, and I wouldn't mind seeing him shake it up. He has a lot of opportunities to do sorts of pushes with different troops to make sure that he can't Earthquake and get chip damage on top of the tower. Right there, Earthquake kind of placed in an odd position. It felt like he could have placed it in the normal spot instead electing to go just kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Maybe anticipating or trying to predict a high catch and putting the Earthquake up high for that reason. But even then, you still think you get the tower damage. Hog doesn't connect, but the Evo Firecracker, absolute snipe job, 610 on the right-hand side.
And right here, this is the push for Ardentoas. Can he protect his cannon? He won't be able to, so he's going to have to log on defense when he has the opportunity. Log coming in right now. And this is a massive push. Arden trying to get himself back in the game, but once it gets down to triple elixir and you're going against the Hog EQ, you need to have the lead. They are going to cycle like crazy.
And Mortar out of cycle, so Arden forced to defend and does get it done. Elixir fairly even. Firecracker, though, as she'll stay on the board, will give an advantage to Mugi, 48 seconds left. Little Prince sets up defensive on the right-hand side. Mortar trying to attract the EQs, get a connection on the left-hand lane. Fireball to clear, Mortar connects. Huge Mortar connection. Log Cree trying to keep the Goblins away from the Hog, and Hog will go a couple of hits and even this thing up at 1-1.
Yeah, Mugi is too talented to let that slide.
Here we go, game number 3 in this elimination matchup. And Mugi opts to go with bridge spam after going quick cycle for the first 2 games.
Mugi struggled with bridge spam going against Muhammad Light. Got 3 crown in pretty much like a minute and a half. We're going to see if he's using the same version as he did yesterday, or if he's going to have some sort of response for the Inferno Dragon. That's why he struggled last time.
Ardentoas trying to put a little extra juice on the right-hand side, not quite able to break through. Mama Pekka won't have much going for her, but the Electro Wizard behind will at least make things interesting. And Dagger Duchess for Ardentoas. Yeah,
beautiful ability. Yeah. Beautiful ability right there from the Boss Bandit. Going to take out the Battle Ram and still have about 25% health. With the Rage, trying to give him some sort of offensive position, but Mugi quick with the Ghost and defends that properly.
Oh, and Arden has to eat this Ghost shot, too. That was 2 Elixir he'd love to have back. Eats some work from the Ghost, still finds himself behind on Elixir. And, of course, against Bridge Spam, that is possibly devastating. You know, looking at the situation here for Ardentoas, you're playing a beatdown deck. You're against P.E.K.K.A. and Lumberjack, so 2 troops that can just absolutely melt that Giant. And then, of course, the E-Wiz is there to contend with the Inferno Dragon. How are you feeling about the chances for Arden in this matchup?
Yeah, I think one thing that I really want to look at is that the P.E.K.K.A. isn't the evolution. I feel like if it was the evolution, that might help him, but because it's just a regular P.E.K.K.A., it makes me feel so much worse. I'm feeling absolutely fantastic if I'm
Lumberjack a little late to the party on that defense for the Giant on the right-hand side. And Ardentoas pulling out to a lead, 1750, as that Giant got quite a lot of work done on the right-hand side after Mugi cycled the P.E.K.K.A. on the left.
Right there, pretty big push, and no E-Wiz in cycle just yet. Does not have the Elixir for it. Are we going to see?
Oh boy.
Okay. Able to get the E-Wiz out just in time. It looked like Arden was going to be able to steal it, but instead, I mean, a massive advantage for him, and he's going to have another offensive push if he chooses to do so.
Mugi now going to get a Battle Ram at the bridge, just trying to maintain pressure up here. And would really love to get those daggers all the way out, so there's not much that can be done. He's starting to push. Lumberjack right up front, guards to hold. Boss Bandit will do some work, but now that Dagger Duchess is light, and Mugi putting this thing right back in contention. 13-26, Dagger Duchess still low. Evo Battle Ram on the board, final 90 seconds, gets the 1 hit. Lead now for Mugi, 753, under 600, and that Duchess completely empty, running on fumes, about to crash into the mountain, and that is it. Mugi comes from behind and shuts it down against Ardentoas.
Wow, Ardentoas frustrated beyond belief. I cannot believe that Mugi was able to get